Hi everyone, welcome back, or hello if you're new here. My name's Heather and I'm from Willy Willy Sheep Sheep. You can find me here on YouTube as that, on Instagram and also on Etsy. You can find me where I have a haberdashery craft shop there. So how have you all been? I hope you have had a good week. Still in lockdown, week whatever it may be now. We're here in Northern Ireland. It's changed now for us, so we're in lockdown now to the 5th of March at least. Schools and all are off, so homeschooling to them. Working from home still, so that'll basically be a year working from home for us. But what do? We just all need to stay at home anyway, don't we? So we can't complain too much anyway. To know how have you all been? I have been not up to very much this week. I got more in the post than I think I actually have worked on. In fact, I know I have. I just wasn't this week for some reason, just the mood just didn't have me for doing anything. I think I'd done a few nights on the butterfly cross stitch, but apart from that I have really done very little. But this morning though, I was on Zoom with the rest of the girls from the crochet clan, so that was good fun. We're only on for a wee while for Faye was moving house, so, and it's snowing, so she wanted to get moved, which I can't blame her. But no, and it has snowed here as well. That's why it's quite bright. I have the blinds closed, but it's still really bright, so it is. So no, that's what I've been up to. But let me see, we can start. I think I'll show you what I've been up to. No, I can't, for I haven't it with me here. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I will. Let me see. Right. Jacob's sampler. In case for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's the stitch along. So the first month is this corner. So I haven't started this yet, but I am going to make a start on it today. So I can't really wait to get that started. I've seen so many on Instagram. And the colours of some is unreal. I would never even have thought of them, and they are beautiful. But no, so that is on my list to definitely start today, so it is. I showed you the colours last time, but just in case for maybe anybody who hasn't seen them, that's the two colours that's the two colours there. Hope that's sort of showing it. That one's actually slightly darker than what it's showing up on the camera. So I wasn't too sure when it came. I actually thought it was lighter. If it had been actually the colour that it's showing up on the camera, I think I would have been more happy with it, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. See, it is light enough, so I can't give it a go anyway. See what it looks like. What's the worst that I have to do is rip it out again. So that is the first thing on my to-do list to do this week, or to at least start. So that's that. Put it there. Next thing is caterpillar cross stitch. So this stitch along, it's going to start tomorrow. The first part of the kit. It's coming out one part for the next 6 months on the 25th or so, around that, every month. So this is up to June. This one's going to be. So that's, and then there's like a wee of what it, you can guess what it's going to look like. And those are the colours that are in it, which are so pretty. They really are so pretty. nice and bright and springy and summery. So say that starts tomorrow, so I'll get that through on my emails, get a good look at it, get it printed out, and hopefully make a start in it this week. Of other things happening this week as well, which I'll tell you about later on, but that I want to get that started. I like the colours in it. It's nice and bright, brighten me up a wee bit. So that's another one, but that is all. As I say, I really was not in any mood this week to do anything. As I say, I picked it up one night, the butterfly cross stitch. For all I've done on it, you wouldn't even see what I've done on it. There's children out playing in the snow, so just in case you hear screaming, that's what it is. As I say, there's no point in showing it to you because there's so little done to it that it's minute. I just sat and watched stupid TV this week at nights, and they're in the evening, at night. But no, I have a few things that come. I got 2 of these off eBay. Just wee stitches. I just seen these and I thought, yeah, I like these. So I've got the first one that come. These are both out of magazines. Just whoever I got them from must have cut it out or whatever. But they're nice wee ones. So this one's Happy Easter. It is from crossstitching.com magazine. I don't really buy, in fact I haven't bought cross stitch magazines in years because I usually find there's maybe only one pattern on it or one chart in it, and then I sort of go, I have so many, I'm never going to do them, which is perfectly fine. I have no, like the amount of stuff I have here, it's ready, a lifetime it's going to take me to get them done, but just add to the list. But I would rather just buy what the patterns that I'm looking, or if I could just get the chart or whatever, that's completely fine. That does me. But I'm not really any magazine, to be honest. I'm not really into buying. I would buy the crochet magazine the odd time, but I think the last one actually still up my bedside table, and it's from summer of last year, so I'm not really that bothered with magazines as a whole. So no, this one here, so Cross Stitching magazine, or maybe is it Crazy Cross Stitch? No, I think it's crossstitching.com it is anyway. So that's a nice wee one, nice for Easter. So it would be nice if I could get it done for Easter. It would be amazing if I could get it done for Easter. But if not, we'll not be too concerned. I'll maybe get it done for next Easter. I like what they have done too. They have it on a wee rod and done like on a wee hanger. So that's nice. I like that idea with the wee pockets for the chocolate eggs, which won't last in our house. And I would say it wouldn't last in very many people's houses. So, no. Let's see if I can maybe make a wee start in that. I'm not sure. 14 count 8 it's on, and I do have some of it. So, that's not too bad. I'm just sort of looking, without taking it out, it's all this. I think I do. I think I should have that and all in what I have here, so I could make a start in that at any time. I hope I didn't block the screen there when I was looking at that, I'm just realising. But anyway. The next one I got again off eBay it's a wee owl, retro, inspired by retro owls. They're saying it's only a 20-hour project, so that there would do okay. This is from Cross Stitcher magazine. It's nice, just little owls. Just seeing that I can see it all. And there's 3 different wee projects. So I like this one here, and I like the idea of it, putting it in a little pouch, because I do make pouches. Not that great at it yet, but I do make them and do like do like having them about just for popping stuff into. It's handy, so it is. But and as I say, there's the 3 charts in it. It's on 32.18 count, they're saying for that. Yeah, 18 count. They don't say 35 stitches high and 90 wide. I'm assuming that's for the bigger. That's for that one there. So no, that's another one. It's just to have. I just seen it and I thought, I think was it 99p or something. So I thought, for the sake of £1, I'll get that and have it to do. I like that there. I like the thought of that for the wee pouch, then making it into it. The only thing, it says linen. I just don't know if I have, I don't know. As I think I said in my last video, linen scares me. And I was thinking, could you do it in Ada and then do a nice little like fabric border to it and stitch it all that it's, you know, it's like nearly framed in the pouch, if that makes sense. Because as I say, the thought of using linen, that's a scary thought for a Sunday morning. It really is. But maybe it's what I need to do. Maybe it's to kick up the bum. I need to try it and actually find out that it's maybe not as bad as what I'm thinking, but at the minute it's terrifying. So we'll see. Because the actual stitching itself is okay. It stays there. It's just all hole stitches and back stitches, so it's not exactly, there's not exactly the scariest of stitches in it, but I don't know, I'm just feared of it just ending up going across the page or across the piece of fabric. But I suppose if you don't try these things, you're never gonna know. The next one, I got this from 123 Stitcher, because I'd seen so many people doing it and so many people finishing it this time, and I thought, right, I love this. I love the way it's turned out for everybody, and whether it takes this year to get it done, whether it takes 5 years to get it done, or whether it's ever done, we'll find out. But I had to get this here. It is one of Barbara Anna designs. And I just, as I say, I seen it and I loved it. Everybody who was doing it, I just loved it. I haven't even opened the packaging yet, so that's why it just is sitting there. But it's Santa's Trips, and I just thought that is so adorable. I loved it. And it didn't actually take that long coming. I thought, oh, I'll order this here. Goodness knows when it'll come. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. It's not like I was looking to start it that week or anything. So as I say, when it come, it come. So it didn't take that long actually. And I didn't mind buying it from there, because the postage it wasn't much more. I can't actually mind. It was $3.99, $4.99. Even at $4.99, it's not that bad. So it's not, because it's near enough what you would pay for postage from England to here to England or whatever. So I didn't mind, but that, I can't wait to get that one started. But I would like to do that and at least even weave. I just like the idea of it, the finish of it more than anything, and to get a nice colour of fabric for it as well. So I'll see, I'll take my time at doing this one, and I'll see what I can find for doing it. But that's definitely in the cards. So that is all I have in way of cross stitching this week. There is very little else. So what I've decided to do is I think I'll do cross stitching at the start of the videos, and then anything else, because I suppose I'm like everybody else here. You like your one craft, but there's other things you maybe dip in and out of. So to be honest, crochet was always my main one. it has sort of took a sidestep at the moment. I've sort of, not that I've went off it, but I just not in the mood for it. But I have a top that I'm crocheting at the minute. I showed it in one of my previous videos, and I want to get it, I would like to get a bit further into it, so I would, and I have all the yarn there for it. So I would like to get it done. So around the houses, but what I'm going to do is I'll start off with crochet or with cross stitch in the videos, and then I'm just going to go on to whatever other projects that I'm working on at the minute. I might not have anything else. I might have other bits and bobs. This week I do have a few other bits and bobs. So I have crocheting and I also have sewing as well. So if anybody's interested, you can stick about for it. So the crocheting that I have been doing, it, as I say, I showed this in one of my previous videos, either video 1 or 2, not that there's millions of them, but it is a vintage pattern. I don't think I ever actually looked to see what, if there even is a year on it. They probably don't put a year, why would they? No. But with a PO Box 31, there's not many of them about, so no, doesn't give a date, but that's the pattern there. It's very bright in here today. So I'm working on that. I did start to do a wee bit of it whenever I was on with the Crochet Clan this morning, but it's a change. I'm now on to making or shaping for the sleeves, or for the armholes, sorry. And I'm sort of reading the pattern. I was like, this isn't making sense to me, so I'm really not going to go much further with this until I can sit down and actually concentrate on it and realise what the pattern's telling me to do. But I think I showed it too before, but this is as far as I have got. If I can get my hands around it. Oh, hold on, I have this all. So that's it there. And you have the ribbon at the bottom. Oh, let me see, I can take that out of the road. You have the ribbon. Now this is really blowing the colour out. It isn't as light as that. It is a beautiful salmon. I can't really get it to show there. It's a beautiful salmon pink. Stitch markers are scraping on the table. Beautiful salmon pink, and I love the ribbon on it. This is as fine of hooks as I have ever used. I would usually always have just been crocheting in double knit. Well, just normal acrylic yarn. That's all I ever really used for. I was only doing blankets and stuff, so blankets, and I have a few, I'm just looking up at my shelves here, I have a few cushion covers and stuff like that there. So I wasn't going to be using beautiful hand-dyed yarn for that. Not saying you can't, but not in our house. You're not going to use it for that. So I fell out of love with using double knit and chunkier yarns and stuff, and I can't mind. I made something with 4-ply. I know I made a top of my own. I just designed it myself. It's a granny square, large, stitched it or crocheted it together up at the top, down the sides, and double crocheted sleeves, short sleeves onto it, just that you could wear a vest under it in the summertime, or a top or whatever. I suppose even in the winter time you could wear a long sleeve top under it. And I loved working with the 4-ply. I really, really love working with it. The other thing I used was the other thing I made was a shawl. 1 wee second, I'll get it. That's it there. It was the virus shawl. Again, it's blowing this out of all proportions, and the sun's come out, so it's got even brighter. But it was the virus shawl I done. This is beautiful deep colours. This is Countess of Blaze. If I want exposure, I'll get my tits out. So that was it, and I loved working with that there, so I did. I also done another shawl. I don't have it down here actually, but it was done in purple. Purple's my favourite colour. It was done in, it's not as bright as that, it's more, I'm looking at the wee bit of yarn that I have left of it, but it's like lilacs and nearly silveries, and there's a speckle through it as well. A nice wee silver fleck through it. But I just loved working with 4-ply, so that's why I went, and this is right, if I'm going to do the crochet now, I think I'm going to do it 4-ply. I'm going to do garments with it, so that's what I'm doing. So as I say, that's how far I am. I've just got to here with the starting the shaping of the armholes, but I'm going to have to sit down and really read the pattern and tick in what it's telling me to do. It's not a hard pattern, by any means it is not a hard pattern. Oh, but just the way it's written, I'm like, what do you mean? You sort of have to spell things out to me whenever I'm more visual. If somebody can show me how to do it, not a problem. But you see, reading it and trying to do things that way, no, that just doesn't, it takes me so much longer to figure it out. So it does. I actually have another, it's over there too. It's the confetti sweatshirt. I think it's No Bad Stitches is doing it. I started it and I got no further than I got the ribbon done for the neck. It's a raglan sleeve top down. I got no further than the collar or the ribbon around for the neck, and I think I started to do, and I just got lost. Couldn't figure it out at all. Looked everywhere on the internet. No, nobody, lots of people talking about it, but nobody showing you how to do it or any pictures or anything like that. So it was put to the side. Then one day I just said, right, I need, again, it's hand-dyed yarn, so it was like, to tell the husband, but it was maybe about £80 worth of yarn. So he says, right, this can't sit here any longer, I have to do something. So took it out, and actually after taking that wee while off from it, I went and reread the pattern and I started it, and I've got now part of the yoke done, but now I've got another part that I'm just going, I don't understand what she's saying. And I am by no means saying that it's the way the pattern's read, because so many people have made it, so it's obviously me. So as I say, the pattern is absolutely fine, just me not being able to read it properly. That's my fault. So as I say, it's sitting there, but again, I'll take it out again some stage and get a look at it. So no, that's the virus shawl. That is a lovely one. If you're after a shawl pattern, it's lovely. The other shawl that I did do was by Crochet Project. It was I think they called it the contour shawl. Only second, I have their shawl book here. Yeah, the Shawl Project. So I got that in their sale last year, so I did. It's bound to be on here somewhere. Maybe it's maybe not in this one. No, it's not in this one. But that's all the shawls in that. Their shawls are beautiful. I absolutely love them. And it's just, you see, to work with 4-ply, just the drape, everything, oh, it's beautiful. It really is. And Kat's photography of the if I could even take one photograph, how she takes all hers, I would be more than happy, but that's a whole other bit of magic there. So no, I got that. I haven't done anything out of it yet, but I definitely must. I'll have a wee look and give something a go. Diffraction, that one's nice as well. Yeah, so that maybe come out as well. You can get that, as far as I know, that you can get that on there. That's book 4 of the shawls. So they have loads of different ones, and the hats and socks, I think, as well, and everyday crochet, that sort of thing. So they're beautiful, and as I say, the photography and everything in them is absolutely gorgeous. So that is everything for what I've done for crochet, or what I have for crochet at the minute. So the next thing, I just actually finished this off this morning. Well, I say finished, started this and sort of finished this part of it. But I'm looking to make this is for sewing and dressmaking. So I showed this fabric last week. It is, maybe do it that way. Yeah, that's not bad colour there of it. This is sweatshirting fabric. It's like a dark blue, and the sparkle through it is all rainbow, which is nice. And it's subtle. It's not massive sparkles on it. So that's the fabric I'm going to be using. But I'm going to be doing the belly jumper in it, is from Tilly and the Buttons. I wanted to make the dress from the pattern as well as this jumper, so I thought what I'll do is I'll trace out the jumper, so then if I'm cutting out the dress or whatever, at least I always have the jumper as well. I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong. As I say, this is completely self-taught, this and YouTube videos and everything, so I could be doing this completely wrong. If I am, drop me a comment. I'd be more than grateful for any help on this. No, so I went and started yesterday to trace it out, and I have, don't know if you can see there, so I have it all traced out now. So the only thing I'm left to do is just to cut it out, and that will be ready to rock and roll. Why can you never put it back the way you took it out? Oh my. There we go. So I will get that cut out and hopefully make a start on that this week as well. Maybe, I'll see actually, I'm not 100% sure. I do have other things, but I'll maybe leave it till near the time I'm going to start it. It's a free pattern from Mood Fabrics. They do quite a few free patterns, so they do, but the only thing I find with them, especially with me only learning, they don't give you much instruction, which is fair enough. It's a free pattern, you know, they can't hold your hand to it. So at least I've done one top, which is, again, I'm looking at hanging here. I've done it, and if I do this jumper, it'll sort of give me an idea of what bits to stitch when and what bits to put where. You know, sort of it'll give me a wee bit of experience with it instead of just jumping straight in and doing it. So that is all for this week. As I say, I might not have as much time. In fact, I know I won't have as much time as what I usually have, because I am actually back at my university course. I'm doing a diploma in the archaeology of Irish history. So it starts again tomorrow night, or well, tomorrow. And there is quite a bit of work in it whenever you do get it started, especially reading. There is so much reading in it. So I think, as I said before in one of my videos, we're on the middle or medieval period at the minute, so I'll see what new topics were or where we're dealing. They seem to just take certain sites, the most important sites, and you do a week on each one. So I'm not sure where it is this week, so we'll find out. I keep saying so And if you're from over here, it's usually so it is. But no, it's just so this morning. But I have that all to look forward to. With that, I do like reading, but I have to like what I'm reading, the subject. I'm not really much of a fiction person. I used to be. And before all this, before I actually had started this course, I was a member of the local library book club, which was good because it made me read books that I would never ever have picked up in my life before. So it was good, but with everything, it's not going anymore. So as I say, I'm not, for myself, I would never think of picking up a fiction book, or very rarely. But so at the minute I'm reading, it's actually to do with Vikings. It's Viking women it's about. It takes you right through from birth to death, what they were within the community, different thoughts. It takes you into some of the sagas and the Norse sagas, and Thor and all's mentioned in it. So it is a good book. It's just getting place names and stuff. Sorry, I find it hard enough to pronounce things in English, let alone Norse of any sort. But I also ordered the Dan Jones, the Plantagenet book this week as well. So hopefully it'll be here and I'll start it. I do like medieval. I used to be Tudor all the way. Loved it. I think I've read near enough every book on the Tudors, but I just wanted something different. And I do like medieval and that period before. I definitely am not so much 1600s upwards, but 1600s backwards. I do like it all, so I do. But that is it, I think, for this week. Oh yes, other than I have tidied, I'm going to actually put a before and after in here if I can. That's the big thing. I have a shelf, it's a billy bookcase over here, and I read it out. I have so much crap took out of it, it's unreal. So I've moved yarn that was here over to here to give me more room for stock, because I have new stock and I have some actually sitting here that I still have to put on to the Etsy shop. It's the Pony Black needles. They've no nickel in them, so if you're allergic to nickel or anything, they're really good for that. Also, I've put up a few kits this week. There's a few embroidery kits, a couple of crochet kits as well. So they're all there if you want to take a wee peek. But I'll pop that video in or something and let you just see how much of a mess it was before and how but less of a mess it is now. I just see something on the screen, so I don't know if this is going to save or not, but we'll see. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hey, right. I thought I would bring you with me on my craft room journey of tidying up. I'll just do a wee sort of before and after. It's an absolute tip. It's just sort of been from Christmas, and we have just everything was piled in here, and I got a stock order just before Christmas, so it was piled in here. I'm sort of getting through it. Then wee things I was working on in the living room, I've set them back in here, and it's all just been set on top of each other. So I'll give you a wee walk around now. Oh, my mirror. And let you see what we're working with, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm wanting to make room for stock. I have another set of shelves over there. I think I'll try and read that out, but I'll show you. I'll flick the camera here and we'll see. Right, I've flicked round. So this is what we're working with. I have a set of shelves there. That's my computer and papery things. This is supposed to be a cutting table and a photographing table. Yep, not much going on there. And then we have these shelves. I'll just, oh, and the sun's coming on so you can see nothing. I have this set of shelves here. This is all my stock at the minute, as well as what's on the table here. So that is some of my yarn there. I have patterns in here. There's other stuff, I don't even know what's in there. And then there is more stuff that I have crocheted ages ago that was actually for selling, never sold, and it was down in there and probably never see the light of day again. The basket has got a couple of bits of crochet in it. That bag has. This is two different things. That's packaging, so I'll not worry about that. So my thought is of trying to red these 3 shelves into possibly the majority of this. A lot of that, well, not the top shelf for it, that's all my fabric up there, but the next 2, 3 shelves, really, they could seriously be read out. So that is my mission today, is to get that done. So we'll see how we get on with that. But no, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be tidied out. This is another wee business I have. Like, I don't have enough, but I sell vintage jewellery, mainly clip-on earrings, but that's where the stuff is there. Again, I need to tidy that up, for it is sort of just, it has got through other with Christmas and stuff at the minute, so, and all the packaging and whatnot up there, and pillow fillers and stuff. So no, that's what we're working with, but hopefully I'll update you later on it. If not, it'll maybe be tomorrow. I'm gonna start my hands shaking. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow, or well, this evening or tomorrow. I'll let you see how I've got on, and if I've managed to read out these 3 shelves, 3 shelves, actually it was, yes, 3 shelves. See you later. So it's Saturday, and I have sort of tidied up, which has surprised me, I think nearly more than anybody. So I'm going to show you what I've done, and if I do say so myself, it looks quite well. So I'll just flip the camera and let you see what's going on. Okay, with cat in the window. Oops, the lighting's not that great on here now at the minute. Right, so if you remember, these shelves were full. I couldn't get rid of this bottom shelf, so I've decided to keep it. So I've now my stock over these 5 shelves. I haven't touched this. This is for a whole other, what to say, day, but I know it's going to take longer than a day. So no, got that, and the husband put up a wee bracket to hold the sock blockers. So I have that all done. So that's looking well. I have got my table more or less, well, it looks a bit better than what it was. I have nowhere really for this fabric, because I only have one shelf over, and you'll see it in a wee second, so I don't have really any room. But to be honest, these are the next 2 things I'm going to be working on anyway. That's my crochet that I'm working on at the minute too, so I don't mind it sitting out so much, but I'll have to find a home at some stage. So I've got onto the table all sorted. I have nowhere really for that, bar putting it where I had it, and I don't really want it there, so it'll sit there for the meantime, and my sewing machine and my post bag and whatnot. So no, that's how that's all looking at the minute. Oscar taking it all in. And then we move around here. I haven't even, oh yes, and that's the Fat Squirrel Speaks. Watching her while I do this. She's kept me sane. So then I move around to here. So there has been a lot of stuff thrown out here. So as I say, I've only the one shelf for fabric. So I'm not going to be throwing any of it out, so I just don't have any room at the minute for any more. I've threw out a lot of stuff, just old stuff that I know I'm never going to be using, and sequins and just stuff I'm not for using again. third shelf down is now my sewing shelf. I was able to get all my wool in there. I went through and I threw out everything that I wasn't for using again. Just stuff I was holding on to, colours I don't even like anymore, yarn that was the most horrible feel to it. So it all went, and I just kept what I am looking to keep. So that's looking well. I have a wee bit more down here. These are a couple of my hand-dyed yarns. They're by You Mama. They're brilliant. I love her. Oh, my knees. I love her yarn and her colours. She dyed this one for me and it's beautiful, beautiful. I think I got that from, let me see, where's my finger? That one, oh, my hands are shaking so bad. That one I think is the end of the Countess Ablaze one, and that one I think I got from Gamer. I can't mind her name now. I think it's like Gamer Yarns or something. I can't mind actually, I'm not 100% sure. And then I have all my cross stitch down here, my wee stand and everything. I have cutting boards and rulers and everything there. So that is all of it in there. Again, I could do with a bit more room, but this is what I'm having to work with. So I can't really complain. I have a full room to myself and I still don't have room for everything. So what does that say? So no, that's how it's all looking. I think it didn't turn out too bad. And there is Oscar. Oscar! Hello, big man. He's only after being fed, so he's happy enough. So no, as I say, that's it all read up for another wee while until I get more stock in and the place is even more bunged, and then I have to rethink things again. But at least it's looking a lot better than what it was. So hopefully you agree. And that's that for now. Bye.